Buy sustainable seafood right here in San Diego.
Sounds fantastic. Chris Murphy live in Marina now with the details. We're all listening.
Guys, Catalina Offshore Products is the place, right? You saw Chrissy's forecast with the rain. Why not cook in for Valentine's Day? And this is the place to come. This is the freshest fish you will find likely on the whole West Coast. We have over here Dave Gomes, who is the fishmonger here. By the way, this location's been here for about a quarter of a century. And Mr. Gomes, thank you for having us here, Tommy.
Good morning, how are you? Welcome to Catalina.
So tell us about Catalina. It is the place to come to find the best fish, right?
Well, we try, yeah. There's a lot of great fish markets up and down the coastline from North County down to the border, but we try and lead the way with that. And as you can see, we have a lot of local fish, a lot of regional fish, and when it comes to seafood, you want to ask questions, you want to know your source, and you just want to make sure that you're getting good quality seafood from a local reputable source.
So I go to the supermarket to buy my fish. Why should I come to you?
Well, you should come to any fish market and know you need to ask questions. So one thing that I like to say is if your fish has more frequent flyer miles on it than your American Airlines credit card, you're part of the problem. We need you to start sourcing local, and that goes with food across the board.
So the big concern is getting, not any antibiotics, anything that's processed. You want the freshest fish, and you guys make sure that happens.
Yeah, wild seafood is the only thing that we don't manufacture, and I want you to think about that. We manufacture our beef, our chickens, our pork. There's nothing romantic about a giant factory pig farm,
right,
but there's everything romantic about the spirit of the fish, the history of the fishermen, and most of all, the tradition and the romance of the sea.
Okay, let's talk about what came out of the sea. First of all, this fish was caught when?
These just came in within the last 18 hours.
Okay,
so
what are we looking at here? What varieties?
So these are gold spot bass, absolutely wonderful species down in Baja, northern Baja from like Magdalena
I've never heard
Bay.
of gold spot bass. You can see the gold spots right here.
Yeah, it's a relative of our calico bass, the sand bass, the spotted bay bass. Okay. We have wonderful grouper collars.
Now, what are these collars?
This is my favorite cut of fish. Inside this,
show the camera.
Inside the cheekbone here, there's a big fingerling of meat that's almost like the dark meat on a chicken, but it's so succulent and so sweet. It's absolutely wonderful. And what happened is, here we want our fish, in America, we want our fish filleted, no bones, bloodline out, skin off, and we don't want it to taste like fish. That to me is a piece of chicken. You want to utilize the whole fish. You want to utilize the whole fish for the spirit of the animal.
So where will these fish end up? Either you come in as someone off the street and buy it and cook it at home, or some of this fish will end up in restaurants, right?
Yeah, we distribute to local restaurants throughout San Diego from Oceanside all the way down to Chula Vista.
Right.
And we also distribute our seafood throughout the country to other distributors and wholesalers as well.
We're going to talk about, look at the fish that he's cutting open right behind us. We're going to be joining you in another hour to go through this, but what is he cutting open? I just have to show the viewers this.
Yeah, this is a local yellowtail. This is a beautiful fish. There's great meat on that. It's a local fish. The kayakers catch them in La Jolla, local private boaters, wow, a lot of the sport boats, half-day boats, so you can get this fish right in La Jolla Cove.
Unbelievable. You talk about fresh, guys. There it is.
It's happening.
Tommy, we'll join you in about an hour to go over some of the other things you're really proud of and what you guys are doing here at Catalina Offshore Products. By the way, why Catalina? Well, the owner of this company, Dave, evidently liked to, I guess, fish off the coast of Catalina for sea urchin years ago, right?
Yeah, he dove off of Catalina for sea urchin, and this is what he's built up from a rusty old boat and a beat-up pickup truck, and he built this.
It's awesome. All right, we'll send it back to you guys in the studio. This place is pretty cool.
Fantastic. Save me some bluefin.
Yeah.
I need some pokey. Make it fresh. I got a friend of mine who goes out there and gets those big giant tunas off the coast, just like that. It's awesome.